The nice guy kept asking why. Warning, some audiences may find this content disturbing. View at your own discretion. Welcome to the House of Reddit. Today, we share some of the recent r/NiceGuy's stories posted on Reddit. The nice guy kept asking why. Alright, let's get into this great spectacle of a shit show. I'm a 20-year-old female, who goes to a school that's very secluded from the rest of the country. It lies on a tiny island and it's a boarding school. We haven't met anyone from outside the island for months now, which is why my school felt it was safe enough to allow a student to have a Halloween party. I was having a great time chatting with my friends, doing some dancing and getting high on the atmosphere. However, around 1 a.m. I was starting to get a bit tired, so I sat down to rest for a while. That's when Kevin, not his real name, it's just an alias, sat down next to me. I've only really talked to him twice in the couple of months I've been going to this school as he makes me uncomfortable. We greeted each other before I pulled up my phone to appear busy and occupy myself. I actually got inspired to write a short story because we've been going over some Halloween tropes earlier that day in our creative writing class. I didn't see the signs, but in hindsight that's when this whole situation started heating up. Kevin, what are you writing? Will you share it with me? Me, no. I don't want to share it with you. Kevin, why not? Me, I just don't want to. Kevin, yeah, but why? Me starting to get uncomfortable, I don't want to. He dropped the subject and we sat there in silence for about 10 to 20 minutes. I see my friends go outside, so I get up to follow them in hopes that maybe if I'm with them he will leave me alone. Kevin follows me and as I get outside I lose sight of my friends. At this point I just want to go home, so I turn to leave but Kevin stops me. Kevin, you know, I really enjoy your company and you're so beautiful. The first day I saw you going around being so nice to people. I like you. Me, thanks but I don't like you. Sorry. Kevin, come on, I like you and you're so pretty and nice. What's wrong? Me, it's really flattering that you like me, but I just don't like you. Kevin, why? What's wrong with me? Why don't you like me? You know I respect you, so why don't you respect me? Me, only because you respect someone doesn't mean the other person have to respect you back. Kevin, yeah, but why don't you like me? Tell me what's wrong. Me, are you attracted to every single girl in the world? He says no. Then I wouldn't be attracted to every guy either and you just happen to be one of those guys I'm not attracted to. He goes inside to get his drinks as I tell him going to go home, asking me to wait. I'm wearing these tall heels that I'm not used to wearing, so I wouldn't be able to really walk away before he caught up with me again. So I get up my phone to ask a friend if they could come save me, but Kevin was too quick as he came outside just as I entered the message app we use. We start walking home and the interrogation continues. Kevin, can you at least think about it until Sunday? Me, dude, my answer is not going to change. I still don't want to go out with you. Kevin, just think about it. Me, I'm not going to change my mind about this. Kevin, you know I can't sleep because I stay up all night thinking about you. Me, what? Kevin, what am I supposed to do, shizzles? I can't sleep because of you. Me, I don't know. Kevin, you know I really do like you. I love you. Me, well, I don't see you that way. Kevin, you know I come from a good family, my mom has a good career and my father is really successful in his field. I want you to think about it because I hope to marry you. At that point we had to part ways because we live in different dorms and they're kinda spread out. I don't understand why this happened or why he thought I would be into him. As I said earlier, we've only talked twice and that was it. I'm getting progressively more pissed off the more I think about what happened because Kevin was being such a dick about the whole thing. It would have been different if he had been chill about me rejecting him, but no, he had to keep questioning and asking and being a creep. Who the hell drops the love bomb on someone who isn't into them? Who the hell tells someone who isn't more than an acquaintance that they love them? Also who tells someone they just met that they want to marry them in the future? Kevin apparently. Now I have to look forward to talking with him tomorrow and letting him know that I don't even want to be friends because of the way he acted. I haven't seen Kevin since the Halloween party, but some freaky stuff happened at his dorm with his roommates. Apparently, Kevin told one of them that he's hacked into all their iCloud accounts and that he has access to their files. The police was also notified because he broke into one of the girls' rooms, took a picture of what he thought was her diary and then showed it to the rest of the roommates. The police didn't really do anything as our principal took pity on Kevin, because apparently he looked too heartbroken about having to leave. Instead they moved him to one of the other dorms. And yeah, the entire school is pretty much in agreement that something is off with Kevin. Stalked by two nice guys at the same time. I am 17 female, now, but most of the events of the story took place when I was 16. Main characters are me, 16 female, D older nice guy, 35 male, and T younger nice guy, 19 male. I was 15, a regular at this flea market type place, and I noticed that there was a help wanted sign on one of my family's favorite places to go. I went in and talked to the employees who I've known since I was a toddler, and I got the job. Yay! Now they asked me when I could start and I said that I could start immediately, so they took me up on that offer. Things were going amazing for the first week. I was making loads of cash, I was a server/dishwasher etc. and I would make tips. Mind you, I didn't realize why I was making so much money until someone pulled me aside and told me, but that's for later, and on top of that, I loved my coworkers and my boss. They are so nice. The next week I clocked in and there was this huge dude sitting at one of my tables. I have seen him before and exchanged pleasantries with this guy, but my 15-year-old self had no clue what was about to happen. This guy we will call D. D seemed to be nice, but just mega socially awkward and unable to pick up on social clues, which I didn't fault him for because I have a brother on the spectrum. I just kinda assumed. I stroll over and greet him and right off the bat he's calling me all sorts of names, things like skinny mini, cutie, angel, blondie, gorgeous, and later girlfriend/babe etc. I was so dumbfounded that I had no idea what else to do but shut up and take his order and get it to him so he could leave. To keep a long story short, he would only come in for me. He would give me very large tips, think $50 to $60 on a Monster Energy and maybe a burger or whatever, and various gifts, workout clothes from the military, which is my plan for after high school, gift cards, shoes etc. He would ask my bosses/coworkers where I was and would wait all day for me to get there after school. Sneak up behind me while I was cleaning or fixing the tile out front and grab me from behind, and once accidentally touched my chest and behind at the same time. It got to a point where he'd get fired from his job, which was right next to mine, and the regulars would literally form a barrier to protect me when I would clock out and go to my mom's car to go home. This all came to a head when I got a ride home with my coworker/close friend who recently got his license, and we realized that we were being followed. Surely enough, after 5 right turns we realized what was happening and who it was. This was at a time where my family was going through a rough patch, so I was constantly on the verge of tears, so I just broke down while my friend called our parents and kept driving north for about an hour. Enter T. I used to think he was attractive, but I didn't really know him, and I would constantly check him out while I was doing dishes, as he worked across from my restaurant. He started flowing me to the break area where he would basically corner me and say all this weird stuff and even go so far as to take me by the waist and try to kiss me. I didn't even know his name the first time, nor did I think he knew mine when this was happening, and I was immediately freaked out and no longer wanted to talk to him. I avoided that area for the rest of the time I worked there, but he eventually found my social media accounts and would not leave me alone. He seemed to be just a minor annoyance at first, but just as I got the first one off my back, he immediately started turning up at places I would be, craft store, school bus stop, amusement parks, my band's gigs etc. He even went so far as to break up with his girlfriend so we could be together, which I didn't ask him to do nor did I care enough to return his advances upon learning this. He didn't care that I was 15, and I was so confused as to why he did this when his girl was literally so pretty and nice and all that and I was just, well, 15-year-old me. I eventually blocked him on everything after I quit that job, and later learned that he began talking to D about my whereabouts. I found out about this through one of my coworkers who told me to quit and never come back. Months later I had a new job that was much safer than the one I had before, and he just magically shows up. Once he entered the restaurant, he made a beeline to where I was and hugged me and told me how much he loved and missed me. I promptly told him to freak off and this angered him. He went on this giant rant in the middle of the restaurant in front of everyone about how I led him on and how much he sacrificed to be with me. My boss ushered me to the back and called security. I spent the rest of the day crying and eventually went home and deleted all social media accounts for a while, until I felt that I was safe. At this time, I didn't know what a nice guy was, but I guess it fits. 38 years old gamer harassing me. So, I have to start with that I am an adult now. This has happened years and years ago. So I played an MMORPG ever since I was 13, let's call that game. I joined a team of players at that time and I loved the community. Being a small girl, I enjoyed talking in English. Since I was still learning, I teach it now. I was in that group for over 3 years and everything was fine. There was this guy, we will call NG, who was an adult, 38 at the time. He was always nice to me and everyone else, helping when I needed it with the game and even some personal stuff. He had a terribly weird relationship with a gold digger and even I could see through that. I warned him, he said I was wrong. Months later, they did break up, because she just wanted money and citizenship. To this day I am not even sure if this really happened though. After this he began asking about my personal life a lot. I told him when I had my first, then later, second boyfriend. He always said he is cheering for us, which was nice. The sexual comments were so bare I didn't really pick up on them and just shrugged it off as a weird guy thing. Shit hit the fan when my younger sister, 15 at the time, started dating another guy. I was single then. He asked us in our group chat, how do you feel that your sister will lose her virginity sooner than you? I was shocked. What does this guy have to do with that? I wrote him personally and asked him to never do that again. He got mad. He said that he was so nice to me all the time and always supported me when I needed help in the game and that I should just let it go. Besides, it's just jealousy over my sister that's talking. The fight went on and he kicked me out of the team we were in. I wrote the leader and told him what happened, asked him to put me back in the team since I loved being there. He said that if I apologize to this guy, who was his friend, then I can come back. I told him again what happened and said I won't apologize, but I can just block him, there will be no drama. He demanded an apology. After I didn't give it to him, I was forever banished from the team. Later one of the girls reached out to me and told me that NG spread rumors that I was being a backstabbing player, having had hurt his feelings and called him an idiot for trying to be with his gold digger ex, which I never did. I was 16 when they kicked me, I didn't care. To this day I am cautious with teams like that, because the way the leader sided with NG was scary. If you enjoy this video, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Turn on the notifications to know when we post new videos. Thank you for coming to the House of Reddit.